Namaste. We have begun talking about the 8 limbs in our Yoga Sutra philosophy class. So I'm going to follow along with the limbs for the next 6 weeks as we're studying this. Today, just a general overview about what the limbs are, the 8 disciplines that we will undertake in order to head towards a yoga state. There are 5 what are considered to be external limbs, things that we need to do in our relationships with the outer world, the niyamas, which are actually the way that we conduct ourselves in relationship with people and material. The niyamas, the way we conduct ourselves in our own personal care and disciplines. Then there is asana, which is its own limb, pranayama, also its own limb, pratyahara, which has to do with drawing the senses inward, our relationship to disciplining the senses. Those are the 5 external limbs. And then the 3 internal limbs are dharana, concentration, our relationship with our mind, getting the mind to focus in one point, dhyana, meditation, the relationship with the self, and samadhi, the ultimate relationship with the one, with the big mystery. So those are the internal limbs. So I'm having a little fun this morning. We'll do it for our pattern. We'll do 5 repetitions to represent the 5 external limbs, and then we'll stay for 3 breaths to represent the 3 internal limbs. And we shall begin in Samastiti, finding our equal, balanced, steady and relaxed standing position. Bringing ourselves into relationship to this study of yoga. And deepening the understanding of the way that yoga is a life path, not just a few positions that we put the body into to stretch, but actually something that encompasses all of our existence so that we can be better people, have a better life, and come to some ultimate satisfaction. Lips gently closed. Engage the ujjayi, gentle constriction at the base of the throat. Hearing the whispered ah sound as you breathe in and out through the nose. Gaze fixed softly on one point. We're going to keep that gaze point throughout the entire first pose, which is Tadasana. We'll do 5 repetitions, and then we will enter the pose and stay for 3 breaths. Let's bring the hands into Anjali Mudra to begin, drawing the attention to the heart center, bringing the attention inward. And then with the inhale, we'll take the arms out and up and lift up to the balls of the feet, keeping the gaze steady on one point. And with the exhale, the arms, the heels come down, the hands meet in front of the heart again. And we're going to do 4 more repetitions. Inhale, feel the chest and the belly expand as the arms flatten up. Find the balance on the balls of the feet. And exhale, lower the arms, lower the heels. Bring the hands back to the mudra at the center of the chest. Smooth, long breath. Inhale, arms out and up and lift the heels. Exhale from the belly, lower the arms, lower the heels. Bring the hands back to the mudra. We'll do 2 more repetitions. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, support and lower down slowly. Final repetition. And now let's enter into the pose for 3 breaths of stay. Inhale, lifting up into Tadasana. Keep the gaze steady, very important to maintain the balance. And then stay as you exhale, drawing the navel in towards the spine and relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And stay as you inhale, breathing into the center of the chest and letting that breath expand outward. Exhale. Hug the belly in. And inhale, lift and open the chest. One more complete breath cycle. Support on the exhale. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Expand on the inhale. And then with the exhale, lower down. Bring the heels back down, the hands back down into the mudra. Pause a moment. And then let's relax into Samastiti. The gaze is still steady. Breath is free. Attention inside the body. The first limb of yoga is the yamas. 5 instructions about how to interact with the outside world. Most importantly, to never do harm. To speak the truth that is kind and necessary to say. To not steal, not take what doesn't belong to us. To discipline the senses, live moderately. And to live without being grasping or greedy. To let go of the tyranny of possessions. Let's move into Uttanasana, forward bend. Again, we'll do 5 repetitions. We're going to do them in succession without bringing the arms down each time. And then we'll do 3 breaths of stay. So 5 repetitions, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms come forward and up. The chin is staying down. With the exhale, we're bending forward with the legs staying comfortably straight. Folding down into a forward bend, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Inhale, opening the chest as you come up with the arms framing the ears. The chin stays down. Hug the belly with your exhale and fold down again. Legs as straight as you can comfortably have them. Upper body relaxed. Inhale, lift the arms open, the chest come up to the top. 3rd repetition. Exhale from the belly. Slowly bend down. Take the whole length of your exhale to go into the forward bend. And inhale, come up. Be sure you're flattening the back while opening the chest as you come up. 2 more repetitions. Now we're going to go down one final time and stay for 3 breaths. Draw the belly to the spine with the exhale. Fold down, relax the neck and shoulders. And stay as you inhale, continuing to feel that expansion of the thorax with the inhale. The belly hugging to the spine with the exhale. And here you can really feel the release in more deeply into the pose as you exhale each time. 2 more breaths there, please.
after your final breath, we use an inhale to come to the top. And with the exhale, lower the arms down the front. Immediately find your samastiti, steady gaze, breath relaxed. Soften into this still position. The second limb is the niyamas, which have to do with our own personal disciplines. Santosha, contentment. Shaucha, purity, cleanliness. Tapas, hard work. Swadhyaya, self-reflection. And Ishvara Pranidhanani, surrendering to some higher reality. We're going to take a wide stance, comfortably wide stance. Doing the lateral version of Virabhadrasana. Let's place the hands on the hips, making sure the pelvis stays steady. Externally rotate the left leg, thinking of it happening way up at the top of the leg. You're turning the bone in the socket as far as you can go with the pelvis staying steady. So don't let the belly button turn, just the leg. And then check that your knee and your toes are pointing the same direction. You can just do a preliminary bend to check that out. If your foot's farther out than your knee, then that's not good for your joints. So let's find the alignment of the leg where the knee points straight out over the foot without having your hips turned. You're going to feel your left buttock muscles engaging because you're in a pretty intense external rotation there. Once again, and if you like, you can turn your right toes in a little bit if that helps you to get that. So again, we will do 5 repetitions and then stay for 3 breaths. You want to think of the center line of the body remaining perpendicular to the floor and ceiling the whole time. So as we shift to the side, don't let your head go off on an angle. We're staying upright in the torso and just bending the knee. With the inhale, we'll raise the arms wide and bend the left knee. Gently push the left knee towards the wall behind you. And then with the exhale, we'll lower the arms and straighten the leg. And we're going to do that just 4 more times, just like that. Inhale, raise the arms wide to shoulder height. Try turning your palms up to open your shoulders and chest. Gently push your left knee towards the wall behind you. And then exhale, lower the arms and straighten the leg. Trying to feel very tall through your center line throughout. Inhale, raise the arms wide, bend the left knee. And exhale, lower the arms and straighten the left leg. Inhale, raise the arms wide, bend the knee, gently pushing your left knee towards the wall behind you. And exhale, lower the arms and straighten the leg. Feel tall through your center line. 1 more repetition. Inhale. And exhale. And now we're going to enter to stay. We're going to have a head turn as we stay. Inhale, raise the arms, bend the left knee. And then with exhale, let's turn and look out over the left hand. And we'll stay for 3 breaths. Inhale slowly, breathing downward through the crown of the head down to the base of the spine. And stay as you exhale, hug your belly in towards the spine to be very upright in your center. Inhale, feel the expansion outward from the sternum, downward towards the belly. Stay and exhale, gently press your left knee towards the wall behind you. Try pushing your right hip back at the same time. 1 more breath here. then with the inhale, we'll rotate the head to the center. And with the exhale, bring the arms down and straighten the left leg, standing tall through the center line. Unrotate your left foot, and we'll return to Samastiti. Coming to stand in the middle, pausing here, feeling the soles of the feet reaching down, the length and strength of the legs, the height of the spine. Relax the shoulders, breathe freely. Then let's go into the wide stance again. Beginning with the feet parallel, feel the pelvis square in the center, and then keep the pelvis still. Rotate the right leg out in the socket. And again, you want to make sure that your hips don't move. You're not rotating your navel towards the right side, just the leg. And then once you've got that rotation, just check that if you bend your knee, it's going over your toes, not in any other direction. Make any adjustments you need to. Check that the pelvis is square. Feel the height of the center line lifting up through the crown of the head, and that will stay in place with just moving in the legs. 5 repetitions. Inhale, raise the arms wide as you bend the right knee. Gently push the right knee towards the wall behind you. And exhale, bring the arms down and straighten the leg, tall through the center line. Inhale, arms wide, bend the knee. Try turning your palms up to open the chest and the shoulders. And hug the belly as you exhale and straighten the legs. Stand tall. So don't feel like you're leaning. Inhale, open the arms, bend the knee, but stay upright in the torso without any leaning. Exhale, arms down and legs straight. Let's do 2 more repetitions, please. And now we'll go into the pose to stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, take the arms wide, bend the knee, press the right knee towards the wall behind you gently. Exhale, turn and look out to the right. And then stay while you inhale. Breathing the breath in and down, feeling it expand outwards in the body. Exhale, hug your belly in towards your spine. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Gently push the right knee back and the left hip back. Stay again for inhale. And stay for exhale. 1 more breath. Then inhale, turn the head to the center. And exhale, lower the arms and straighten the leg. Standing tall through the crown of the head. Unrotate the right leg. And step to Samastiti. Steady and relaxed here. That instruction to be steady and relaxed, sthira and sukha, comes from the description of the 3rd limb, which is asana. Asanam sthira sukham. The posture should be steady and easeful. Okay, let's take a wide-legged forward bend to counterpose that. So once again,
we'll take a wide stance. For the repetition, we're going to work with the arms wide and bring the hands onto the back. And 5 repetitions. We're going to keep the chin down even though we extend the arms all the way up. With inhale, take the arms out to the sides and up. And then with the exhale, draw the belly in and bend forward. Let your hands come to rest behind you. Inhale, arms wide open, the chest. Come all the way up, letting the hands reach up overhead. Then draw the belly in and exhale, fold down, bringing the hands behind the back. Inhale again, lift and open. And bend down with the exhale. Do that 2 more times, please. Now we're going to come up and prepare for our stay. And on the stay, we want to take the arms down the center. If you want to stay with the variation, the hands behind the back, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're going to bring the hands down to the center. If you reach the floor, palms down, forearms parallel. 3 breaths here. Gaze steady behind you. Breath nice and long. Smooth it out. When you're done with the 3 breaths, we'll stretch the arms forward, open the chest and come all the way up with the inhale. And lower the arms down the front with the exhale. And relax the breath. Step the feet back together and come into Samastiti. The 4th limb is pranayama, the control of the breath. And here's where we get the instructions for the breath to be long, dirga, and subtle, sukshma, dirga sukshma. You will often hear me say breath should be long and smooth. We start with smooth as the description and become more subtle from there. So dirga sukshma, long, subtle, or smooth breath, pranayama. It's the 4th instruction, the 4th limb. I'm going to move now into downward facing dog, and again we will do 5 repetitions. We'll come from the all fours position and lift up into down dog 5 times, and then we'll stay for 3 breaths. We'll come onto all fours Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Begin by inhaling here. And then with the exhale, let's tuck the toes and push the hips towards the ceiling. Knees can be bent. We're going to push far away from the floor. And then inhale, slowly bring the knees back down. Letting the chest open. And we'll go back to the down dog again. Exhale, push the hips towards the ceiling. Nice long line from your hands to your sit bones. And inhale, slowly the knees come back down. Make sure you're pushing the floor away and opening the chest on your way down. Exhale, push the hips to the ceiling. And inhale, knees to the floor. 2 more times, keeping the breath smooth. Keeping the sense of ease in the body, even while you're working. And now let's lift up into the pose and stay for 3 breaths. If you're able, try closing your eyes as you stay, counting your breath, being aware of the inhale, drawing in and moving around the body, the exhale coming from the belly and supporting you there. When you're done with the 3 breaths, inhale the knees to the floor. We're going to move to a child's pose. But I suggest that you put your hands under your head or even make a couple fists so you have a little room to breathe as we're resting after that pose. The interaction with down dog there can be a bit aerobic, so you want to give yourself space to breathe freely as we rest for a moment. The 5th limb is called pratyahara. It means drawing the senses inward. Most often our sense organs pull us out into the world. And they're a form, of course, of information gathering, but they're also quite often distraction conduits. All of the senses are vitally important, of course. It's not that they're bad in any way, but we do want to be able to control them. So sometimes we want our gaze to go out and collect information. Sometimes we want our gaze to stay inward and not distract us. And the same thing with all of the sense organs. So those are the 5 external limbs. The yamas, relationships with the outside world. The niyamas, disciplines in relation to ourselves. Asana, keeping the body steady and comfortable. Breath, or the 4th limb is pranayama, breath, long and subtle. And the 5th, pratyahara, control of the sense organs. So we're going to go into full child's pose with the arms extended far in front. And then on an inhale, we're going to move into an upward facing dog. Sweeping forward, dropping hips and lifting the chest. And then exhale, lower the forehead down to the floor. We're going to pause a moment here. Place the hands under the forehead and relax down into this prone position, softening the whole body. Breath relaxed at this point. And now we'll take a version of Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. So we're going to open the arms out into a right angle, like a cactus, and turn the head to one side. 5 repetitions. Keeping the arms down on the floor, the hips even. The legs can be a little bit separated if that's comfortable. As you inhale, raise your chest and head. Turn your head into the center. And then exhale, lower down, and turn your head over to the other side. If you can, close your eyes. Do that and let your attention come to the space between the eyebrows. Inhale, raise the chest and the head, turning the head into the center. The arms are down on the floor. And exhale, lower down, and turn the head over to the first side again. 3rd repetition. Inhale, lift, open the chest, bring the head into the center. And exhale, lower down and turn the head the other direction. 4th repetition. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale, hug the belly, lower down, reverse the head. Final repetition. Inhale, lift. See if you can keep your attention between your eyebrows. And exhale, lower down and turn the head the other way. And now we're going to lift to stay. If possible, I'd like you to bring the legs together for the stay part. And then inhale, raise the chest and the head, turn the head to the center. Eyes closed, attention between the eyebrows. Stay for your exhale and for your inhale. 2 more breath cycles. Exhale, hug the belly, let the shoulders draw down the back. Inhale, expand the chest. Legs are staying together if possible. Attention at the point between the eyebrows. And when you lower down, come right down into the center. Let the center of the forehead touch the mat. And then let's bring the hands underneath the forehead, separate the legs comfortably, relax the breath for a moment. The 6th limb is dharana, concentration. Moving the attention over and over and over again to the same point. We're going to gently open the eyes and turn over onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Lengthen the back of the neck, relax the shoulders. Eyes are closed. Bring the attention to the point between the eyebrows and gently hug the thighs in close to the belly as you exhale. And float the knees away from the chest as you inhale. Exhale and hug. Feel your lower back stretch. And inhale, soften the hug. Feel your chest expand and your belly expand. Again, exhale and hug.
Inhale, gently expand. Twice more like that. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Then let's exhale and draw the knees in close. Put your attention between your eyebrows and take 3 subtle breaths here. Relax the face, close the eyes. Let's bring the feet down to the floor in preparation for Dvipadapidam. Keep the eyes closed if possible. If you have any support behind your head, take it out for this pose. Thinking of the instructions from the yamas. No harming, non-violence, even to yourself. From the niyamas, tapas, work hard. Asana, steady, comfortable. Pranayama, breath long and smooth. Attention drawn inward, concentrating on one point. Let's go into Dvipadapidam. Do 5 repetitions and stay for 5 breaths. See if we can incorporate all of those ideas into this one activity. With the inhale, raise the hips and stretch the arms up and back to the floor behind you. And with the exhale, bring the hips and the arms back down. Again, inhale, raise the hips and the arms. And lower with the exhale. Third repetition. Inhale up. And exhale down. Please do that 2 more times on your own. Keep your attention drawn inward. Eyes closed, breath long and smooth, movement steady and comfortable. Now let's go up one last time and stay for 3 breaths, please. We're counting from this exhale. Stay up on the exhale. Support with your legs, with the big muscles of the buttocks, the belly. Stay with your inhale. Breathe and expand into the chest. 2 more breaths. Keeping the breath long and keeping it subtle. If it gets choppy or too loud, see if you can bring it back in. Then we use the exhale to lower down. Relax the breath. The seventh limb is called dhyana, meditation, and it is described as the uninterrupted flow of attention in one direction. In dharana, the previous limb, we're repeatedly redirecting the attention to one point. When we reach the state where the flow is uninterrupted, like if you're pouring oil in an uninterrupted flow, that is the quality of dhyana, of meditation, rather than drip, 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 which would be dharana, which is good. Concentration in one direction, repeated drawing it there, is a advanced skill. Okay, we're going to move into a leg raise with the legs coming wide. Most of you, I think, will be supporting your legs on the inner or outer thigh. If you're quite flexible, you can grab a hold of your big toes with your fingers. In either case, we want to keep that tailbone down. So make sure that your back doesn't go really flat and your hips way up off of the floor. We'd like to keep the sacrum down in contact with the mat. If you can bear to keep your eyes closed as you do this, then go ahead and do that. If not, if you're opening the eyes, steady the gaze. So we're going to inhale and extend the legs straight up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, the legs are going to scissor out wide. So again, you can support the legs wherever it's convenient for you. And inhale, the legs come back up together towards the ceiling. Let's do that 4 more times. Open as you exhale. Keep your tailbone down. And inhale back up to the top. Try to keep steady in the pelvis and the spine. Exhale to open out. And inhale to come back up to the top. Twice more, exhale wide. Can you find any sense of steady comfort here, of sukha? And inhale, come back up to the top. We have 1 more repetition. Exhale wide. And inhale back to the top. Now we're going to enter the pose, staying for 3 breaths. See if we can stay steady and comfortable. Keep the breath long and smooth. 3 breaths here, please. Then it will be an inhale that brings the legs back up and together. And an exhale that bends the knees to the chest. And we'll just pause for a moment with the knees bent into the chest. You may support the legs or lower your arms down, whatever feels comfortable. Relax the breath. Close the eyes. The first 5 limbs are the external limbs, the way that we deal with the external world. The final 3 limbs are the interior limbs. The first 7, the limbs that we've talked about so far, are all guidance for techniques or disciplines that we interact with. The eighth is really a state, which is called samadhi. It's a state when we're fully integrated, fully absorbed into that which we're engaging with. I think of it as a state where there's no internal dissonance. So in a way we can think of samadhi as the fruit of the previous seven. And you may get little glimpses of it, or even longer glimpses of it. But it's not a technique. Okay, with the eyes remaining closed, if that's possible, we're going to work with a twist, and we're going to do 5 repetitions, which will mean we're bringing the knees over to one side, and then back into the center, and then over to the other side. So 5 repetitions, and then we will do the stay. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. The arms, wherever they're comfortable, on the floor. We'll inhale in the center. And then exhale, drop both knees over towards the left side. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor, or they might. Inhale back into the center. And exhale, drop both knees over to the right side. So you're rocking over on the sacrum. Inhale to the center. Again, if it's too far to go all the way, you can just rock over slightly. And if you want to have your hands on your knees here, that's totally fine. Inhale to the center. And exhale, rock over to the right side. You may naturally want to turn your head away from the knees as you like on that count. Inhale back into the center. 3rd repetition. Exhale, rock to the left. And inhale to the center. How's the smooth breath? Exhale, rock over to the right. And inhale to the center. We have 2 more repetitions. Exhale, left. Slow, smooth breath and movement. Inhale to the center. And exhale over to the right. And inhale to the center. Last repetition. Exhale to the left. And inhale center. And exhale right. Inhale to the center, and now we are going to stay. Exhale over to the left. Turn the head if you like. Close the eyes, please, and then slow, smooth breath as you inhale here. And exhale. Relaxing into the floor. Inhale, broadening the chest. Exhale, hugging the belly, relaxing the shoulders and the face. One more breath. And then we inhale into the center. And exhale, take the knees over to the right side. And take 3 breaths here. And then let's inhale to the center. And pause a moment. Relax where you're comfortable, relax the breath. angle to the side and come up into a seated position. We'll work with Baddha Konasana, the bound angle pose. Feel free to sit up on something. This is the pose where the soles of the feet come together. So if it's easier for you to be elevated on your cushion, please feel free to do that. We want to sit on the sit bones and lengthen up through the crown of the head. You may place your hands on your ankles or your elbows on your knees, depending on how your legs are situated. Find a steady place to begin here. Once again, we'll do 5 repetitions and then stay for 3 breaths. Close the eyes if possible. We'll stay here and inhale, feeling the breath moving down the spine. And then with the exhale, just gently bow forward. And inhale, sit up tall. And exhale from the belly. Gently bow forward. Slow breath. Inhale, sit tall. And bend down with the exhale. Two more repetitions. Inhale to lift. It's fine to have something supporting under your knees as well if there's tension in the knees. And now we're going to come into the pose and stay for 3 breaths. Bend down with your exhale. You can press the elbows into the knees, or if you like, you can extend the arms forward. Aim your heart center towards your feet. 3 slow breaths. As you're ready, inhale, sit tall. And then slowly bring the knees together. And we're going to return to the back. Placing one hand on each knee, we'll finish the asana portion with Apanasana. 8 repetitions, please. Eyes closed, face relaxed, feet relaxed. Please do 8 repetitions on your own. Nice and slow. Feeling the inward attention. The qualities of sthira, of steadiness, and sukha, easefulness. A lot of attention on the breath here, lengthening the breath and also keeping it very smooth, and you can begin to make it even more subtle. Quiet ujjayi. when you've finished your 8 repetitions there, you can make your slow transition into Shavasana, final relaxation. Coming to rest out on your back with the legs comfortably separated, the arms comfortably away from the body with the palms up. The Shavasana is the time not just of relaxation, but for integration. The experience of the practice that has led up to this now being integrated into a complete experience. Keep drawing yourself inward and releasing more and more into this time of relaxation, of unification within yourself, the body, the breath, the mind, the heart, the spirit, being unified as one being, one experience. Observe the body at rest. The breath moving freely in and out. The senses drawn in. The mind resting in this moment. Gently deepen the breath. Feel the expansion of the body as the breath comes in. And then follow that expansion into some small movements in the fingers and the toes. And follow that movement further to a larger stretch, reaching the arms overhead. Lengthening through your whole body. And then releasing the stretch. Turn onto your right side, bring your knees towards your chest. And slowly sit yourself up, finding a comfortable seat for some breathing, pranayama. Sitting tall, rooted through the sit bones, lengthened through the spine. Close the eyes, relax the face, relax the shoulders. And do the very simplest of pranayamas. Just engaging with the Ujjayi breath, that whispered sound in the pit of the throat, working to make it as subtle as possible so you still hear the whisper, but it's very internal and very subtle. And when you inhale, breathe the breath in the nose and then direct it down the spine. Follow with your breath and your attention all the way to the base of the spine. And exhale, breathe back up the spine. Up and out, shoulders relaxed, face soft. Long, smooth breath. Steady, comfortable pose, inhaling the breath in and down the spine. Exhale, gathering at the base of the spine and following the breath up and out. And just breathe like this for a couple minutes here, finding smooth breath, subtle breath, long breath. Body comfortable, still, steady without being tense at all, relaxed but alert.